Hey guys, what's up? It's Noodles1994, and I know I've been on a little bit of a hiatus, but I have some news from you guys, and it's news from the OCG. It's not so much news as in like actual news, but it's what has been topping in the OCG as of recently, and this deck popped up from out of nowhere and has been dominating their format. I have 17 deck profiles that I'm going to show you. I'm not going to go through all of them in depth, but they all are pretty much the same thing. And whether or not it comes over to the TCG, who knows? Like, this variant could very well come over to the TCG because this variant is only side decking Harpy's Feather Duster and it's maining Solemn Judgment. Um, we don't have the Pendulum Calls. We don't have the Pendulum Wizard, I believe. We don't have this Magician. We don't have the Unit. We don't have Magispector. We don't have Insight. We don't have Skullcrabat. We don't have that one. We don't have the Magicians. But it's essentially the Before Mage and Performapals. Um, all the extra decks are pretty much the same. This one is running the Nova and the Infinity, but this one isn't. Like, the only thing we really have to change about the extra deck is, of course, Shockmaster and the Volval Chain. I am actually in the OCG setting right now because this is what it looks like in the TCG setting. So this person's main deck is completely legit as soon as these cards come out in the TCG. A lot of them are only running one Trick Clown and 1,000 Blades. Only the first two were running Apex Avian. Um, there's also a build with the Magicians in as well, but normally it was the Performage Performapals and not the Performapal Performage Magicians. They run Gigabite because they run the Trick Clowns, same thing with the Archfiend Eater, and they run the Feral Imps to search out the Gigabite. Um, they also have the new Trap Trick Succeed. This one's using Magispector Raccoon, 2 gigabytes. I mean, not a lot changes from deck profile to deck profile. They're pretty much all running 3 max C, 3 damage juggler, like 1 clown, 1 hat tricker, and maybe a Gigabite, 1,000 blades, and Nefarious Archfiend Eater. They're all running like at least 2 and normally 1. 3 Skullcrabats and 3 wizards. 1 pouch Naga. 3 luster pendulums. Some of them run wavering eyes. Some of them run pendulum call. This one's more of a trap heavy build, considering it's actually maining 5. But the trap holes they can use from the deck. See, some of them are using Effect Veiler and Archfiend Eccentric. Some of them use Silverclaw. A few of them use Draw Lizard or Liz Draw. This one's using Liz Draw. I think this was the only one that used Sky Arc. This one was using Turtle and Zephyros. I mean, this is just kind of a staple one. Some of them run Foolish, so you can get Trick Clown in the grave. This one was running the hands. I mean, there's nothing really to say about these deck profiles except this might come over to the TCG. I believe on December 6th is whenever we get these cards. So I believe that we need to be very, very prepared for the Performage, Performapals coming at us. This one was using Breaker. I do like the new trap tricks though. It made people start using a treacherous trap hole in the OCG. They also are using very low trap counts. This one was using an Ari Fire, which an Ari Fire, Nefarious, Irish Fiend Eater, and Gigabyte can all be special summoned if you control a spellcaster, which all the Perform Mages are spellcasters. So it's not that hard. I've seen a lot of them citing Swords of Concealing Light. Um, some of them were citing Diamond Dust, which destroys all water monsters. Wavering Eyes would be pretty good in this, which is why a lot of people are running it. Again, Foolish for the Hat Tricker. For Trick Clown, not the Hat Tricker. One of them was running Devastation Virus, which, if you've played a Clown Blade deck, which is just Trick Clown and Thousand Blades, if you've played stuff with that in it, or if you play Chaos, the deck Devastation Virus actually helps. Just because you get cards in the graveyard. I mean, it would be pretty bad if you draw a big beat stick within those turns, but if you're drawing like 1,000 blades or maybe a max C, it'll be fine. Or if you're drawing a mirror. But a lot of these are running off the grave and they're just busting out exceeds like no one's business. That was all of them, I bet. But they're all pretty much the same, like cookie cutter, like 30 cards ish. Um, there are rarely any that were actually 40 cards. They were all about 41, but we just need to keep an eye out for this coming to the TCG.